All right. So this is djizma's original list. I'm looking at it now, and a few things pop out to me that I don't know. I think is it charms a trap. It's like probably one of the best cards to imprint to Chrome Mox. So maybe that's why it's there. But at the same time, it's just like I feel like people relearn this lesson every so often in Modern when they put is it charm into their deck and it doesn't really do anything except be really mediocre at all of its jobs. So what I'm looking at in that spot is maybe to play some number of Bone Crushers and another blue card. But it is the best card to imprint onto Chrome Mox, I think. Which I don't know, like that's I guess something you can do. The Days Undoing Hullbreacher thing I think makes a lot of sense once you have Soul Lands plus um Soul Lands or fast mana plus these two cards is like an easy way to like punk people out. Really, I think the point is when you have like Blood Moon and Chalice, just closing them quickly in some regard is what you really want to do. And that's what the Exarch Twin stuff is about too. Now, I questioned 4 Exarch 2 Twin. And I also am not sure about these other Planeswalkers, really, because, like, the issue there is that they're great in games where you have, like, all of your setup and all of your defense, but they're, like, horrible in games where you don't have any of your lock pieces. So, I think maybe I would shave a little bit down on this component as well to get some Bone Crushers, maybe more Twins, and I kind of feel like I want at least 3 Splinter Twin for that, like for the games where okay they forced you a few times, but then we put them in check on a different axis, you know. So that's what I'm thinking about. All right, let's count how many blue sources. There's 4, I guess 5, 8, 12, 15. 15 blue sources. Yo, fine, Gersh, welcome back. Yeah, it doesn't look great to me, but we're gonna try it. It's a dono deck, but it did 4-0 prelim, so there's one data point. I think you can fix some of the problems, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually more okay with Narset than Click, Jace, or Dak, because it's just a 5th Hullbreacher type of effect. But I think you definitely would rather have Hullbreacher here. So, alright. Cascade Bluffs? A little bit, yeah, but I think you are not really in the market for that. Because, like, Bluffs doesn't work under Moon as well is the real issue, right? Alright. I'm not going to play 4 Izzet Charm. I think that is just crazy. I think I'm going to play 2 Bone Crushers. I think I'll leave 1 Izzet Charm. I can't really fathom wanting to draw ever more than 1 Izzet Charm in this deck. I like it more IRL, actually. Well, let's look at it again. Actually, that one's kind of nice, but I don't know. Kind of just like... I like the normal border a little bit more, but I think the art is better. I think this art is better than that one. If I had this art in this frame, I would probably use it. Oh, actually, what I realized is Click is good with both Hullbreacher and Narset. So that's a reason to leave in Click, actually. It's just like Thoughtseize. Like, just straight up Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to cut Bridge. It doesn't look very good. I think I would rather just, like, have 4 Bone Crushers in my 75. Yeah, I think I'm going to play 4 Bone Crushers. For those of you who don't know, there are also weird Bone Crusher tricks versus, like, Mother of Runes and shit. So it's just, like, really, really, really good. Like, Bone Crusher plus Pyroclasm actually wipes out all that stuff. Mystical Dispute's not bad. I'm not sure if I really want to play it, but it's an option. I actually like the Chandra Awakened Inferno versus like the Bant style decks. I was also thinking about playing exactly one Izzet Signet over like one of the Planeswalkers, but maybe that's crazy. Maybe you just don't have enough gas then. But except Izzet Signet actually makes the 4-drop Planeswalkers better, so I think the correct cut is probably Dak for Izzet Signet. Alright, I'm going to play one Izzet Signet over Dak. It also lets you operate a little bit better under a Blood Moon if you play 1 or 2 Izzet Signets, so I think that sort of makes sense as well. Sorry, Zach Vaden, if you're here. We're cutting your namesake. Yeah, pretty much, but I think that's just like... You're kind of winning more by that point, right? Or maybe Dak is better than Jace? Keranos? Well, also, like, discarding your excess, like, Chrome Moxen or lands or whatever is something, or Chalices or Blood Moons is something that comes up, I think, as well. But yeah, I think 4 Exarch 3 Twin is better than 4 Exarch 2 Twin by quite a bit. Just, like, 2 Twin seems like, okay, this is, like, our plan C, but we only have, like, 2. Yeah, it's true. Dak is an imprint for 2 colors, but if I cut Dak for Izzet Signet, it's sort of the same thing, right? It's possible that I'm just making the Chrome Moxen too bad, but I kind of hate Chrome Mox as it is. Not enough to cut it, because I think the way this deck is constructed, you have to play Chrome Mox, but so what do I want to do now? Probably... Why Macabre over Crypto Leyline? That's a question for djizma and not me. I think my suspicion is like they don't think their Reanimator matchup is very good either. And it's sort of easier for Reanimator to beat those cards because they always see like Crypto Leyline coming, where it's like kind of hard to beat Macabre. Also, I don't love Leyline in decks that can't cast it. I mean, we could run Seasoned Pyro, but it's not easy to cast, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 11, or 10.5, 12. Like, if you count both of these as 0.5, it's not that high. What I was going to say is, I think this max delta thing is nonsense. I think that was just like maybe lazy deck building. You should at least diversify, because I'm not gonna... The number of times I've been like surgical or needled on a random fetch land is not 0. It's much higher than you would expect. So just splitting here does matter. It's like the surgical ponder meme, really. Like, it happens so often that I just learn not to like leave any of that stuff up to chance anymore, you know? All right, last cut. Oh, value twin? I see. That's not unreasonable. I mean, you can twin click with Hullbreacher in play. That's sort of the similar thing, right? Then like you lock them from all... It's like Displacer Thought-Knot Seer, essentially. Except they don't get to draw a card. Is Delta cheaper than Rainforest Sand Strand? Like, I thought all of them were just pretty high. Oh, Delta's cheaper? Okay. But also, it's also just MTGO, right? Like, the prices are not that different. IRL, I would understand that more. I'm still looking at this Fiery Islet. It seems kind of random and also like maybe worse than a fetch, except Well, I don't know. I guess I'll leave it. It's probably not too harmful. Yeah, but how much cheaper is the question? And remember, we have to check MTGO prices, not other prices. It appears to be a 2-ticket difference on MTGO. So I don't buy it anymore. I actually just don't. I don't buy it. I think the more likely explanation is it was overlooked. Alright. I think the last card I'm going to cut from the sideboard is... Oh, I see. Cheapest versus cheapest. Well, there's apparently a $6 delta. I don't know which one that is. That might actually be a lie. Who knows? Okay. I guess if you are worried about that, then and you already have them, sure. Like I said, it's not a huge amount, but I think you should just hedge for that stuff when you have the capability to do so. All right, let's see. I think the Pyroclasm's great. I think I'm probably just gonna cut like maybe 4 Bone Crusher is excessive. All right, I'll cut the 4th Bone Crusher, and we'll give this a go. Shout out to Card Hoarder, who makes all of this possible. So I used to have a huge MTGO collection, but I sold out after PT Guilds of Ravnica because I thought Arena was going to crash the market. It turns out that wasn't really quite true, but I also just don't want to buy everything back in now, especially with Card Hoarder sponsoring me. Like, I'm sort of immune to MTGO instability now, the way I am. Well, economic instability, I guess, is a better way of putting it. Uh-oh. Wait. Ash Barrens. Okay, I can get a different Ash Barrens. Which one did I choose that they're... Oh, the commander. I see. Card Order was out of the specific Ash Barrens I chose, which was the Commander 19 one. But fortunately, there's plenty of those to choose from that they do have. That's one nice thing about... it's one nice thing about Card Hoarder. You can choose the edition. Like, when I play Vintage, I get the real old school feeling of picking these arts. I actually really enjoy that because, like, it's a throwback. You know? Like, these arts really do make me feel like I'm doing it, you know? Playing the old format. I don't know if other people feel the same way, but that's how I feel about it. Anyways, I gotta open a chest for, Feingersh. Let's see what's in the Wonder Ball. Ooh, Wolf-Bitten Captive and 15 play points. I do show respect, but it's also because my limit's fairly high on Card Hoarder. So it's easier to do that. If my limit weren't so high, it would not be possible to do that, I think. Alright, I'm uploading the deck list to Card Hoarder. Give me 1 sec. Ooh, I can delete a lot of these old deck lists. When did the ban happen? Does anyone remember? I don't actually remember anymore. What date was that? February 15th. So I can delete all of the files before February 15th then. Sweet. Thank you for that reminder. February 8th, see ya. Alright, apparently February 11th, see ya. And no music today. I feel like it's possible the music last night was making me play worse as well. I'm not sure. Obviously, I was just maybe I was also kind of tired actually, which is not really an excuse, but it is what it is. Am I still okay? My CPU usage just spiked. Alright, let's upload the deck list. Alright, just waiting for the cards to show up, then we'll battle. And thanks for everyone being here. If you want to support this stream, it's free to follow. And if you have a Twitch Prime sub, that would be appreciated. And if you have a real sub, that's also appreciated. So thanks, everyone. I wouldn't do this without y'all. Alright, waiting for the cards, waiting for the cards, waiting for the cards. I'm probably going to play Stifle Rug, but I haven't decided on that yet. Just like the rug deck I wrote down looked really good. I just think Stifle works so well with Uro that also makes sense, you know? That's your horn sound. There you go. All right, there we go. We got a delivery in. Close. Yeah, points well spent. Oh, that's just like your opinion. My CPU load is really high. Let me check one sec. What's going on? I don't know why it's so high. I guess I'll just have to deal with it. Is anyone noticing any lag? Not as yet? Okay. I guess I'll just leave it alone, and if something like actually breaks, then I'll restart the stream. Anyways, happy Friday, everyone. How's everyone else doing in their respective parts of the world? Glad to have survived another week. That's how I feel every day, every week. Alright, we got a match for Manual D92. So this is a turn 2 moon. Guess I keep. I can fetch an island. It's not like the most insane. Showdown of the Skulls is a sweet card, yeah. I'm just gonna fetch to play around Stifle. There's like... It doesn't really cost me anything. Like, my deck doesn't play Brainstorm or anything. Yo! Mikey! Welcome back. Thank you. I know you were out for a bit in terms of that stuff. Might switch to turn 2 Hullbreacher instead versus this opening. In fact, I think I will. Depending on what I draw, I might imprint the Blood Moon because they already have a Snow Island. I kind of feel like they're Sneak and Show for no particular reason, but... Alright, well, never mind. New plan. Alright, chat. Now is the question. Do I play Hullbreacher or do I Exarch Twin? This is like kind of weird and convoluted because they've only shown one land. Frick. Alright, poll started. I don't know. I think it's actually kind of difficult. Like... There's a poll up if you want to vote. If you have a... If you have an opinion. I guess it's Breacher, but I don't really know. Like, Breacher mostly beats Gristlebrand as well, if it resolves. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do there, like, to be fair, but... So I can get another island. It's cool, I guess. Do I play around Snapcaster? I guess I can play around it by tapping it, so... Like, 3 damage is a lot to give up. So maybe it's just Grixis control instead. Just gonna tap the swamp and put them in check on next turn. I feel like Grixis control is probably not a great matchup, but that's fine, whatever. Like, now I just have to see if this is good enough, and if it's not, it sucks, but I am going to cast the thing. Alright, that's fine. It's basically him Next turn I'll cast the Days Undoing just to like... They have more cards than I do, so just trading in that way is like good for me. Okay. At least we got to cast the Exarch Twin when they had to use 2 cards on it instead of just like a Diabolic Edict. Alright, sure. I think I'm supposed to do this. Obviously they get first crack, but in terms of like card distribution, I draw 6, they draw 4. I think it's just correct to do it. Alright, they forced it. That's fine. Rip. Alright, probably dead now. I want to play it out. Like, it's worse versus K command to do that, but it's better versus Fate Seal. Alright. I'm probably going to lose, but generally that's one of the weaknesses of these Stompy decks, that if you get to this point, you're going to lose, unless you just keep force checking them. Like, the point is to run them out. So now, like, my best draw is probably Splinter Twin and hope they have nothing. But they did tap both their black and red. So this is, like, a little bit safer than it normally would be. Whoa. Did not think they would do that. I guess... This one I'm less inclined to cast right now, actually. I think what I'm going to do is just cast this and step and tap their... Actually, maybe I should cast it upkeep and tap. Whoops, too fast. I was about to say that maybe tapping their Black Source upkeep is better. But if you play it now, they just get to Jace bounce it, so it's like not great. I played against a shocking amount of Grixis control, and I don't think this deck can ever beat Uro. Like, it's actually really, really hard for them to do so. So I'm kind of surprised that people still keep playing this deck. Just gonna tap the swamp. Okay. That's really funny. So attack Jace, play the Days Undoing. Obviously they get a bunch of cards, but like I think it's just correct to cast it because it's like a draw 7 and draw 5 for them. As is tradition, yeah. I don't know, like, I think people are too risk averse on casting that a lot of the time. I definitely would cast it here 100% of the time, like, it's not even close. Gosh. I really wanted that one. The other ones are like, whatever, you know. This is not a fun matchup, I think. I guess I already said that, but... Oh, Bone Crusher alert coming? Bone Crusher alert? Eh? 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 I'm gonna lead with click, because if they counter it or whatever, then it leaves the road clear for Bone Crusher to kill their Jace. Sweet. Alright, so rewarded for playing my click first. But also rewarded for putting Bone Crusher into my deck. So it feels good, man. Feels good. I just like playing with good cards. This is a good card. Like, yeah, Is It Charm sucks. I mean, obviously, you know, I think Is It Charm sucks, but... Alright. They take 3? It's kind of sick. Alright. I think I'm just going to play this at some point on their turn. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie. Time for another Hullbreacher. They would push, I guess. Sucks. Alright. Steam Vents? Question mark? Ah, yes. The Mighty is its signet. Did I leave it in Dakvaden? But I'm supposed to keep it because of Draw Step K command, so I actually shouldn't even play it. Why is there a Steam Vents? Alright, yeah, I should just sandbag this because of K command. This is better. Who is the pluser now? You plus ones to play around Bolt. Although I guess if they have Bolt, then this plus this would kill it, but they've used one Bolt. I feel like I'm pulling ahead now. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Just gonna do it now. But yeah, I think basically I've won. I think my changes actually improved it slightly. I mean, like, maybe early to tell, but the Bone Crusher thing already mattered. You know? Like, this killing the Jace was, like, basically game-winning, I think. Because just imagine if the Jace was in there for, like, 5 more turns. I would be absolutely dead, right? Saving that as a pitch card. I'm just going to look for more disruption. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever. It's possible I should have kept the land over the second foul. But I want to pitch foul to foul just in case. Alright, I think 8 is enough. So the real issue with this matchup is I think him is really good and Colgan's command's quite good. So I think I want to like cut his Signet for sure. But Blood Moon's like pretty good and Bone Crusher's decent. Kind of wondering how many forces I need. The problem is you can't really cut Chalice because like Pyroblast is actually pretty good with versus you if you don't have Chalice in play. I think I'm gonna cut one Chrome Mox and 2 forces. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick and I'll be right back for game number 2. Alright, just looking at what's going on here, I think everything's okay with this deck construction. I also think probably this version doesn't mulligan as much as like Red Prison does because like, I don't know, you're not all in on doing the thing on turn 1. Because you don't play Spirit Guide, so like the probability you do it on turn 1 is just not as high. There's a small chance I actually should have played the Tomb on turn 1 instead. So you can go for end step Exarch into Narset. Yeah, the only way I think Steam Vents would be correct is if you have 4 Volks already, but that seems unlikely because they're a Hymn to Torok deck, really. So I don't know what's going on there. And the damage almost cost them last game. Like, it's easy to imagine a world where I just draw Bone Crushers and Quicks and shit and they just die, right? A Singleton Shadow? That seems unlikely. Well, I haven't worked on it, but kind of think there's a world where Scourge of the Skyclaves is better than Death Shadow and Legacy. But I don't know. Yo, what's up, Otter Lady? Welcome to the stream. Alright. I'm not forcing that. Don't think it's worth it. I will play Exarch end step tap, trying to target the Steam Vents. That's fine. I'm not going to fight over it. That's the bait. think this will eventually work itself out to be like good enough for his thumb. Well, maybe not. Maybe this backfired horribly. Wind betrayed us? No, it was always Steam Vents, right? Like they always had Thoughtseize, Snap, Buzz, Snap, Blast. It's not a big deal. I guess maybe, do I want a small number of Pyroclasms in this matchup for this reason? I don't think so. Because Pyroclasms are just kind of bad on the whole besides that. But perhaps I could have played my spells in a better order this game. Well. Right. So I guess they're planning on K commanding that Chalice. Moto bug. I'm not sure it's a moto bug, but alright. This is less good for me, but I think I still have to do it. Stomp looking pretty good here again, actually, for what it's worth. Like, Stomp buys me a few turns to bridge to the other cards. But obviously I might lose to their like hard cast forces and shit because I'm at kind of a low life total. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of ways to play this game. The problem is, like, Blood Moon plus double blue cards makes it kind of awkward sometimes, you know? I think it's just better to do this now. Like, obviously, if they have. If you wait until their turn, they could just have literally hardcast all of the, like, forces or whatever. So it's just like waiting is not great, I think. So I thought about that. The problem is if the stomp gets countered, the Chandra's basically dead, but maybe I shouldn't even worry about that. So maybe that's just better. I think plussing on me when I have like a million cards in hand seems kind of bizarre. So if I kill a Strix, they can kill my Chandra next turn. If I make mana and play this, they play an Edict. I know they have 2 Edicts, but maybe I just want to run them out of Edicts. So I think I'm going to do that. If I lose to K command, so be it. It's going to be basically impossible to beat. I think I just want to try to ride this to victory at some point. Maybe I should have Chandra plus Stomp and just risked the Force thing, actually. Maybe that would have been better on the whole. Can you remember what the card does, Opa? So am I actually drawing to only Chandra Awakened Inferno to win? Kind of feels like it. Alright. I'm gonna see. Oh no, they have Edict in hand anyways. That doesn't do anything. Alright. Guess I'm dead. On to game 3. Could have played that one better, I think. I think maybe I should have reassessed which order to play spells in. And maybe just slammed the moon earlier to try to shut off their lands, because them getting both of their basics was basically game winning for them. So perhaps that was the error. Right. On the play, I'm just going to optimize for speed, I think. And just, like, literally force them into a situation where they have to have force or they die. And to do that, you just want all of your fast men on the play and just, like, not give a damn. Like, you're sacrificing card quantity, sure, but it just felt like on the draw, maybe I could hedge to be grindier. Thought about it. Actually, that might be reasonable, frankly. Might be better than, like, the second click, actually. They do have a lot of X1s. The problem from my end is I think the matchup is not really about controlling their creatures unless well, okay, let me put it another way. I think Static Caster is just basically better than Pyroclasm in this matchup. I'm not sure if Click is the correct draw, but I was running out of time and it seemed like the most obvious one to cut because there's another 3-drop. I think this is just actually a really easy mulligan. Alright. And I'm just gonna turbo jam on them. I'm sacrificing all my cards to lock them out, but I think that's correct. I'm going to imprint the Day's Undoing on the Mox. So, yeah, they basically have to get Island or Swamp. But, like, a large portion of their dead is not good here now. I mean, obviously, we could get Kick Command at some point, but I'm going to play a redundant Chalice, I think. Second Swamp's pretty good for them, actually, but we'll see what they do. Now, like, my best draws are Planeswalkers, I think. All right. That's fine. Now it means if I draw a Days Undoing, that's like super good. I'm not gonna not play it even though like okay. That's the punish for playing it. But it's kind of bad not to play it, I think, on the whole. Oh my god, that's such a good draw for them. Alright. That's really good for me. Because like they had 6 cards in hand and a lot of their deck just doesn't work under this setup. So like that's a draw 7 and that's like a draw 1 for them. That's good too. Start force checking them. White symmetric draw worked like this? What is white symmetric draw you're talking about? Like reparations or some shit? I don't know. Like I don't know what card you're specifically talking about, I guess. Each player draws a card? I see. Oh, baby. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Cannot be countered? Sign me up. Wait, opponent, where are you going? I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Oh. 0-5 into 1-0. 0-5 last night, 1-0 today. The swings are real. The swings are real, chat. Lauren, every match loss was 1-2, but, you know, it is what it is. This is what you sign up for. I mean, protected Blood Moon is like probably good enough on average. I lost every match 1-2. Oh, I see. High GL into playing Oops is like some real Moto energy. Yeah, yay for Fairy Macabre. Yay. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think I should leave in Blood Moon. They have, like, yeah, it shuts off some of their lands, but I don't think it's generally very good. Can shave like a Planeswalker, I think. Don't think they're that good here. So basically blue splash red in this matchup. Am I supposed to Chalice on 0 versus them? No, I don't think so. Don't think that's like kind of bad. Like, I think I'd rather just have blue cards. Don't they have Bridge from Below, Mike? Also, am I supposed to keep? Like, this is like pretty shit. Guess I'm mulligan, but this is worse. Actually, maybe I should just... Can I mulligan still? I can't. Whoops. I think this hand might have just been worse than the other hand, actually. Alright, fuck it. See you later, Chromebox. I think I should have just gone to 5, actually. Could have also bottomed a land. Maybe that's better than bottoming Chromox. Well, the problem with mulling to Macabre is what they just have Charbelcher, and that's pretty common for them to have. Like, I think a Force is better than Macabre on average for that reason. Ideally, you would have both, but, you know, like, it's hard to be greedy about that stuff, right? Well, yeah, there's always argument that they can Thoughtseize or Cabal Therapy you as well, so. So, about 5-0s and stuff, I like checking them when I'm playing in a Premier event. I don't like checking them in random leagues because people just do whatever in leagues. But also, you shouldn't take like the latest event as a lock, what they're going to play. So, Macabre. Oh, shit. I was just a fetch. Alright, I'm stupid. Whatevs. I think Oops is like pretty good in some ways. This is not the best matchup for the Twin Stompy deck, I think. And, yeah, that's okay. That lasted like a total of 5 minutes, and that's fine. Oops is closer versus Delver than I think people realize, but there's a lot going on there. Especially if you play with Stifle, I think the matchup becomes a lot better as well. Like, Stifle's just insane versus the Oops deck. And it's... I'm not sure, like... I think it's fine, but it's not amazing because its card selection is just a mulligan step. You don't have any cantrips or anything, so I think... I don't know. It's exactly fine is how I would put it. Reluctant keep? Nah, Orb I think is good. Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of people playing Torpor Orbs, and I think it makes sense now. Good versus Goblins. I remember citing Torpor Orb in Modern as affinity versus humans because their deck could never beat it, which is kind of funny. Interesting. Oh, so we're playing against like Force Heal. This is probably not so good versus them. Like, I don't want to Chalice on one versus this deck because I don't think it's good. Like, the Chalices are just dead now, which is a problem. Oh, I should have played the Islet, probably. Yeah, whoops. Definitely should play the Islet. Knight? Sure. I'll just Jace bounce. It looks like they might not have Punching Fire, so that means the Jace is mostly unimpeded, which is kind of nice. Showdown Omnath? What the hell is your deck? That sounds sweet, actually. Showdown of the Skulls and Omnath. Both theoretically legal and standard if there were no bans, but they did not let that be. Showdown is a really fun card, yeah. Yeah, I know Chubby's been running in Vintage. These chalices are so bad in this matchup, it's kind of insane. Like, ideally you would chalice on 2 versus them, I think. But it is what it is. Alright, it's probably time to finally brainstorm this turn and hope I get to shuffle away these Chalice of the Voids. Alright, alright. We got maybe some plans. Oh, it's possible I should have Chalice on 0, actually. But it's their 3 Mox Diamond versus my 3... or 2 Chrome Mox. So I don't know. It's kind of whatever, obviously. They're probably gonna just start trying to Wasteland me now. Out. Alright. Weebs in Vintage makes you regret playing shot. Oh, I should have forced that, actually. Whoops. I'm not even paying attention. This makes sense. Then I'll Chalice on 0. Then I have like Twin Exarch protected. And I can use Exarch to tap one of these to buy time next turn to not die. So I think it actually works out that I'll get to kill them just barely. So, like, suppose I have to force something, I can force pitching Days Undoing. Basic Forest, yeah. And that's why I chaliced on 0 to cut off Mox Diamond as an out. I'm gonna force his Zenith, obviously. So tap that, take 5, go to 1, untap, play Twin, and hopefully it works out. Jace was insane this game, obviously. Like, without Jace, I basically lose too much tempo / get wastelanded too many times, probably, and lose. I was wondering if that was going to be Punishing Fire, and I'd be like, shit, they got me. Fortunately, it was not. Exactly, that's why I played Chalice on 0. Oh, fair enough. The Chalice wasn't completely dead. I think it's just mostly bad versus them, so I'm going to try to get them out of my deck. Bone Crusher for Dark Enfant. Wow. Don't really have a lot of good ones or some. Yeah, if you ask Huey, when Mox Diamond was first printed, you had to discard a land no matter what. But now you don't, obviously. I don't really care about Thalia with this deck, I think. And I don't think it's a lock that they sided in versus me as well. I think like Narset is one of my weaker cards too, but Hullbreacher is good because you can surprise them with it. So I might like do something like this. I might also look at. I might do those two, I guess. It's not great on the whole. Brazen Borrower for Static Caster instead is what I've decided. Both are good, I think, and it's possible I should just have both in my deck. Kind of like the idea of just clearing away for whatchamacallit. Alright, this is fine. Yeah, it's for being for both, I think makes it better. It's also a good card to pitch to Chrome Mox, which is always something. Alright, chat. I want to force this. How crazy am I? I actually don't think it's that crazy. I'm doing it. No! They had a second one! Oh, that's the punish. Now it looks not great. They appear to have nothing else, though. Yeah, there's actually, I think more often than not, it actually is correct to force the Mox in their deck because their deck just doesn't cast a lot of shit. But obviously the second Mox makes that look really bad. But I guess they played me instead, and it worked out pretty well. What's going on? They only have lands? I think I'm going to just play my... I'm going to cycle this for a Mountain and just play my Bone Crusher. Yeah, but under Blood Moon, the Ash Barrens is a lot better. But here, I think a fetch would have been insane instead of being what that was, which was not great. No, my stomp! I'm not gonna do it. I have a soft read on Decay, but what I actually can do is just like fuck them up with this instead, and they can never beat this card, I think. Like, why cast Splinter Twin when you just cast 6 mana game-winning Planeswalker instead, right? Alright. We kind of massacred that opponent. So far, the matches have been not close either way. Alright, so 2-1 so far. Thanks for everyone being here. If you enjoy the stream, easy way to support is hit follow. If you have a Twitch Prime sub, it would be greatly appreciated. Round 1 was close, never mind. Except for game 3 where I just like kind of cast all of my hate cards. And yeah, if you have a Twitch Prime or you can afford a regular sub, everything's appreciated. I think I owe... Mike, do I owe you a chest still? Yeah, the Caracas into Mox into the second Mox actually tricked me real good, so good on them to do that. But I guess they just didn't have anything. And if they have nothing, I'm just going to win, obviously. Alright, let's open the chest for Mike. Then I'm going to get some water, and then we'll be back for round 4. Let's see what's in here. Field Marshal. That ain't it. 10 play points, also not great. Last night the chests were decent. Alright, be right back for round 4. Oh, shit, Jinro. That sounds like a pain in the ass, actually. More so because I don't know how many that is. I got Feingersh's chest, I think. So back to round 4. Close all. Alright, we've won a lot of die rolls, which I think is a key part of this deck. Well, this hand sucks versus everything. Kind of awkward, but I think I should keep Ship Mountain, Mox, and print Exarch Chalice, I think is how I want to play it. And I think I'm just going to get a Volcanic here, unfortunately. There's a bunch of decks where this is just not good, but, like, whatever. Like, in game 1, you have to kind of do this blind and just hope it works out. This is probably a matchup where this is good. That's fine. I think I'm just gonna click myself and take the twin, actually, end step, because I don't really care about looking at their hand. I mean, obviously the info would be nice, but also this twin is just kind of dead. I think it's just too likely that their hand is like a bunch of things that don't do anything and my hand's just garbage. So I know what I'm looking for, but I don't know what they're like really up to, you know? Heh. Keck. I guess this makes Exarch into a good draw at least. That's like actually okay. Moto Bug Truther. Why? Don't do it, Jinro. Don't! Don't do it! Just don't do it. What the fuck is going on? Are they sneaking show? Another Grixis opponent? Oh. It's Tess. I think I just let that go, right? Like, let it go. I don't think they can kill me through it. I mean, obviously they could, but I think it costs them a lot. Oh, is it Misty Rainforest? Sorry, Mike, you're right. It's probably, yeah, it's probably Cyrus, like Ant. But this Blood Moon's actually pretty good. Well, sort of. It's not the best, but it's okay. I don't... Does this even have another basic to go get? Maybe it's just a different deck, like, completely. I don't know. I think it's Storm. Well, believe it or not, I don't have time to check every single deck list on the internet. No, I think attacking them is better. They're trying to get to threshold for Cabal Ritual. No, I think their play makes sense. They're trying to get to Cabal Ritual threshold. Why didn't we just combo win? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's Vendilion Click, not Deceiver Exarch. I mean, I actually did consider putting it on it, but it's probably not great. Because A, it's legendary, and B, like, I don't really get to Thoughtseize them when I want to if I want to attack with it, so... Put them into 2. I wish I had the Stomp again. More causing a college party. So if I force Cabal Writ, they mostly lose, right? Well, I guess I'll see what they do, but basically their bottleneck is mana because I have all like they can't cast any dark rituals and they can't cantrip. So what they're probably going to try to do is like set up some sort of Past in Flames kill. And if you just force the first Cabal Writs, I don't think they have enough to do anything really. And they only have one black source is the other issue. I guess if they have like Lotus Petal into another Cabal Writ, it would be kind of debilitating. So maybe I'll see what they do and not force the first Cabal Writ. I think there's also a reasonable chance that they're just dead as well. It's not thresholded, so maybe I just let that go. Alright. Actually, I decided I'm going to just let it go. I changed my mind because like I thought it was going to be threshed, but you know, it's not, so... So it means they probably have another tutor or something behind. I know. But it's more important to analyze why they're making this play instead of just saying they're not hellbent, you know? All right, they have LED, so... Okay. Okay. They had the fluster. Well, you know what? They could never beat my force, I guess. Hypothetically, Macabre is okay versus Piff, but I don't actually put a fast clock on them most of the time. This is also like an answer to empty, but I think just having the Ratchet Bomb as an answer to empty is better. Maybe that's not true, though. It's like one of these two. It's Staticaster versus Ratchet Bomb. Maybe Staticaster is better because it doesn't kill my own chalices. They're both kind of fringe, I think. Yeah, the blue count's not really an issue. I think the blue count's actually really high for a deck like this, but obviously it does matter. I question Blood Moon. Yeah, that's what I was asking too on Band Mental Misstep. Is it stock for Ant to have 2 island? I didn't think so, but my opponent had 2 islands, so... You know. I also said I don't know all of this lists 100% anymore, so there is that. I think this is okay. Yeah, we literally have a Splinter Twin situation, and Whiteface isn't here. It's just unbelievable. All right, this is a keep. Fuck, Ash Barrens is so bad. Holy shit. Can't believe I got tricked. You can cycle it under Blood Moon for Island. That's the real reason. That's literally the reason, I think. But I'm gonna keep this, obviously. I got bamboozled! Sure. No, but I would play a fetch land over it, shop. But if you play Island over it, that might be better. I called no bamboozles. You know, that's how it is. Alright. I guess I'll take 1 damage to cycle my Ash Barrens for a mountain. Yo, what's up, B Mega? Hope you're having a good one. I'm just hanging out with this. This deck is performing better than the Learn deck did yesterday, so that's something. But hang out. No, I'm pretty sure Ash Baron sucks. That's kind of okay, actually. I'm gonna play the Ancient Tomb, though. Put the fear into them. Because this bluffs Exarch Twin. I obviously don't have it because I just like insta did it here. But I'm slamming this Jace so fast. I don't really care. Like, I think a lot of people would just hold it for fun. I'm just like, I think that's just wrong. I think you should just slam and brainstorm walk for another blue card. Or even like brainstorming into a chalice on 0, which is kind of nuts. That's pretty good, too. Yeah, I wanted to like put in some false tempo, but it's clear I don't have it. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just slamming. I think I'm here to like not slam my things. It's a stompy deck. It's a stompy deck with literal stomp now. So it's fucking great, you know? Actually, I think I'll let them like cast spells if they want to. Like, like not giving them the info that I have it lined up might cause them to tap out and die instead. No, I mean like I'm playing Blood Moon, right? Do we? Do we really ultimate price? Like, I'm skeptical that we do. They might have decay here, and that's fine. If they decay here, I'll just bounce the Wish Claw with Brazen Borrower. Yeah. This was like pretty likely to happen, but that's fine. Oh shit, it's still their turn. Oh my god, this is really bad. Wait. Oh no, it'll just get countered, right? Because I control it now? Yeah, okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. And actually, one, two, three, four, five. Hmm. I don't think I want to cast Days Undoing. I'm one short, right? I only have 6. If I had 7, I could do it shop. And I would actually rather get Hullbreacher because that leaves them with literal nothing. But I'm one short of doing that. So I think what I'm gonna do is just click them on their turn, on their draw step, and hope they don't kill me. You have to tap like this to leave up both of these. You can't Wish Claw on their turn. You can only activate on your turn. It's not actually sorcery. You can activate it any time on your turn. Guess this was the punish. That's okay. Kind of have to do this now. I also don't really want to give him another 2, yeah. So if I leave them with this, I can, let's see. If I just force the first ritual, they can't kill me, right? Let's see. So they play land. They only have 1 black source, so I just force the first ritual. I could even force the second ritual, I think. Right. That's fine. That hand's fine then. No, P Mega, I can use Wish Claw and Days Undoing Hullbreacher next turn, which is probably winning. You know? Right. So they'll go to 5, and then they'll go to 3, and then they can't cast anything. Alright, so I can let this resolve and force the second ritual. Wait, I don't have a force. What am I talking about? Hold on. What am I should have taken the tendrils. Oh no! I just brain farted, obviously. It's not smart. I'm dumb. I should have just taken the tendrils, obviously. I think this works though. God, I fucking threw it. Holy shit, what is wrong with me? Ugh. That was bad. No, that just made no sense. I should have. I'm like, wait, what force? Oh well. Let's just get game 3. Obviously, that was totally on me. Yeah, it's fine, but obviously throwing in game that's won is not ideal. I could like side in the 4th moon on the play. No, I think moon's even better on the play, actually, because they don't get to fetch. They they have literally 3 basics. If you cut off their ability to fetch for them, then like moon, like I think that's like backwards. If anything, you want more moons on the play. You just want to maximize the probability of like doing something stupid. Yeah, but I don't know. I disagree with you. I'm gonna play the moons on the play. I think really what you want to do is just like have the probability of like doing something really stupid to them on that turn and just um like either a chalice or like a blood moon or like a Hullbreacher or something. Like I think I'm just not going to bother with Static Caster on the play. Realistically, is what I'm thinking about. Yep, this is it. I think Bone Crusher is unplayable in this matchup, so I think I'm just gonna main phase because of if they just pass and then respond to my Hullbreacher by brainstorming, it's bad for me. Is this Splinter Twin? I don't know, sort of. Dang. Oh well. It was so close, chat. It was so close. God damn it. Maybe the hand's all cantrips. I don't know what color I need off of this, so it's actually worth taking 2 damage to have that optionality. Alright. Yeah, it is. Jinro donated for this league. What remains of me? There's plenty that remains of you. Twitter.com. This sucks. Probably dead now. Yeah, I punted game 2 so bad. Should have just reassessed it third time, but I thought there was a force in my hand for some reason. Then I forgot I'd forced the veil. So, it was pretty bad. And cost me that game for sure. I think you should stop harping on the Blood Moon thing. Like, please, just stop. I'm kind of disgusted with myself. I'll just make sure they have the tendrils on their deck, but really, the second game is where it got away from me. Just like a very easy game to execute correctly, and I just fucked it. I was talking about the person who said, I'm going to die when we draw a Blood Moon, not a threat. More than anything else. Yep, threw it. Ugh, sucks to suck. I knew my top cards, though. They were Days Undoing and Land. Right? I mean, I could have that game, but I knew what they were. From the Jace Brainstorm. Well, let's try to win this last match. Oh, would have left me with only one card in hand? That's another good reason not to do it, then. Yeah, no, realistically, I should have just taken the tendrils. Like, obviously, it's very clear. There will be another league after this one, but with a different deck. Deck is 103-1. It's true, we can't do worse than the 0-5 I committed last night. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I think it's definitely, it would have been, that game 2 would have probably been a win. Obviously not 100%, but it's very likely that game would have been a win. Lynn, I lost every match 1-2, and I drew bad and played bad. The combo of that is just a good way to lose. It's a lot like LSV 3-8ing Rivals League weekend with Mono Red. Like, the deck was obviously not good for him, but it was not 3-8 levels bad, I think. But like when you play bad and you run bad, it's just like kind of a lethal combination. I guess I keep this on the play. Really wish I had a soul land, but is what it is, you know? Well, it's probably a Sith deck, if anything, right? That was bad. Not hitting a land there, I think, is losing. That sucks. But not playing the Chalice, I think, is even worse. Probably Uro? There's no reason to wait. Like, I have a Chalice on one. I guess Trickbind is the reason to wait. I'm gonna see if it works. Obviously, it's probably not going to, but might as well check. Sucks. Alright, I'm dead now. Maybe I'm just dead instead? Obviously, like, the risk of not drawing a land there was very real, but not much I can do about it. They can cut one twin in this matchup. Because, like, you're going to have to wait for a safe window versus, like, a Pyroblast anyways. Don't want to cut mana, and I don't think Izzet Charm is good because it costs way too much to leave up to do anything productive. Which is, like, kind of a bad card. Oh, God. Fuck. Do not think I can mulligan. This is also not very good. Actually, maybe I should just mulligan. Alright, I guess this is like better. But there's also real danger with this hand as well. Yeah, but that's what you sign up with when you play a deck like this, right? That's the major issue. Like you're how do I put it? You're basically committed to these situations being how you play, right? I usually play with the chat off unless if there's like some dire need that I need it open. Cause like I noticed it especially this cube season around. 1/3 of my matches in cube, my opponent just salted off whenever I cast a piece of power. Which is kind of weird because that's what vintage cube I think is mostly about, you know? I don't think mono red's particularly good actually, but that's interesting. I think mono white's a lot better. The problem is there's not that many good red 1-drops. They cut a lot of them, is the other issue. Like, I think the default best deck in this iteration of Cube is actually, like, probably mid-rangey blue. And it just is what it is, you know? Alright, well, my opponent appears to be AFK. I think blue-green's quite good, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Cultivate, the card, but the idea of blue-green mid-range is also is pretty good. Speaking of which, I'll be like co-streaming Saturday and Sunday the MOCS 2020 Season 2 and Season 3 Showcase Playoffs, which are Vintage Cube and Modern. Stream will be right back. Great. I guess I'll sit here. Sit here and beg for some follows and subs, you know? Follows and subs, y'all. Follows and subs. I guess I can fix a few things. Shit, what is... I don't know how to delete it. It won't let me delete it. Maybe there's a space at the beginning? Sorry, this is a good time to do this shit. Nope, I don't know. Guess I can't delete it. Donations for subs are also appreciated, yes. Yeah, the del plug command is like very weird and unreliable. I wish there was a list of plugs. I actually should message Dan if I could get a list of my plugs at some point. Oh. There we go. What was I gonna do? Fuck! Oh my god! God damn it. My play pattern was thrown off because, like, he was AFK for so long. I'm really annoyed. Is it just me, or is his response sort of unreasonable? Because, like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna just leave it, obviously, but he's always, like, come in here trying to be friendly, and I don't think that jives with what he's come here saying before, is all I'm gonna say. So, obviously it's a $10 league, whatever. Just gonna leave it. Just leave it, chat. Obviously I'm annoyed, but not showing a bare minimum of sympathy, saying, like, that sucks, is kind of questionable, I think. Obviously it is my fault. And that's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yo, thanks, man. One, two, three, four. can't cast both of these because I don't have enough colored mana. So what's the correct play? Probably just play Breacher. Yeah. It's not angle shooting. I think like he legitimately had to go, but the response is just so discordant, in my opinion. I feel like a good analogy is you're like, correct me if I'm wrong, but in high level StarCraft play, you're not allowed to just randomly pause, right? Look, I'm not trying to character assassinate anyone. I said it was my fault. I don't want to debate good or bad. I just think the lack of empathy is a little bit puzzling because this is like annoying shit that people have to deal with while streaming, you know? See you later, Tarmoglyph. Making the treasures like kind of huge. Yep. Mike, we respect you here. We understand what's going on. It's fine. This cannot block non-flyers, so you should just attack with both. I wonder if I'm just going to lose to Uro being a 6/6. Yo, Canister, thanks for the raid. I really appreciate it. I'm sort of memeing now with Splinter Twin Stompy. It's not going great. Hope you had a good stream. I wonder if I'm going to just lose to Uro. Why for the Jun 5-0? Probably not. 5-0 with inverter. Wow. Nice. Alright. Block here, go to 2 and probably lose. Alright. Guess that's what's going on. Too late now. It would have been good almost on any other turn cycle, I think, but now it's too late. Oh shit, maybe I should have done it right there. So I need to tap the arrow, probably. Should have had a draw stop set and responded to the trigger and played my Exarch. Because... I mean, I'm dead to like any force or any shit, so... Alright. Nope, wasn't meant to be. That's okay. Obviously I could have... The Mox thing I could have done differently. Yeah, no, I mean, we tried some things and it was okay. This is why I don't like talking in the chat, but... So that was a 2-3, not great. Unbanned Twin. Yeah, no, I mean, that's how it is. I think the deck is, like, actually close to reasonable, but it's not, like, the most insane deck, obviously. So, I punted this game too, and that match, like, I don't know, kind of just lost fair and square. So, you know, that's how the deck is. Going to thank everyone for being here. I'm probably going to try a different deck next. We'll build a different deck and play it. But that ends the Twin Stompy portion of it.